What's going on, guys? My name is Suleiman Shode, and I am going to run you through some mobility and flexibility work today. So, so what it's happening right now is you are in the deep squat position, the low squat, and you are going to move your legs from your hip, and you're going to try and drag it down. Don't get the movement. Make sure the movement is starting from your hip and not your knees. And now we're going to start in the beast position, and this is just a nice flow to go from the high beast. We're going to stretch it out, pushing your feet all the way back to the ground, elevate onto your toes, and doing a little spinal wave all the way down, and then just press it back again. Now we're going to elevate it back up, drop it into the low beast, and then from the high beast you're going to do a spinal wave to reach back up. So elevate it again, opposite side, press it down into the low beast, stretch it out, spinal wave, and bring it back up. Make sure your wrist is nice and strong, shoulder in line with elbows, elbow in line with your wrist, and just nice and relaxed. Make sure you gain a nice flow within the spine. When you're in the high beast, you want to press onto the ground so you get a nice stretch within your shoulders and your legs. So now we are in the low scorpion. So the way this kind of works is you can't really see my hand on the other side. I'm going to push slightly back. So you're going to pull your opposite hand flat, and your opposite leg comes around, and you have to try and reach your foot on the floor. I know that was a bit quick. Now we are moving on to this I call the wild beast, because in that position. So once you get into that position, you have to try and find any cracks in between your hips. That's a hip opener as well. So you don't want to stay too static. You want to try and move back and forth in that position. And so we're going to go one side, and then we're going to switch to the opposite side, making sure your toes are facing forward, so that will help you with your balance. And when you're twisting, make sure you are twisting from your shoulders, not just turning your head. Now we're switching it up, bringing it back down, so you're just kind of like leaning back, stretching it right back out, bringing it back. So that was the part I skipped, so I'm going back into that, going from your foot, elevating up, and then before you drop it. So we start in the wild beast, come up, slightly elevate onto your heels, and then before you drop down. Now we're going to repeat the same motion on the opposite side. Now you're just trying to get any cracks in between your hips, making sure you're moving back and forth on one side. Try to keep, again, twisting your spine, making sure you're moving from your chest and not just turning your head, keeping the alignment of your hand straight. And we're going to switch to the opposite side, making sure your toes are facing the same direction as your head. Stretch the legs right out, lock it in, press it back, and then we're going to drop that leg all the way back down. You can go all the way down depending on how flexible you are. And if you can do what I'm doing right there, just put one hand behind you. You can drop down and then try and elevate back up. Then from here, we're going to twist back onto the wild beast, bring it back to the deep squat, which I call seated ape. And from here, just going to rock, keeping that hips open. You can stay there for as long as possible. You know, this is a movement that is very essential for us as humans, and we don't do it enough, and It makes our knees stronger. It opens our hips, and it does wonders for our lower the lower part of our body. Now, I'm just kind of just this is a little like knee mobility work. This makes your knee stronger, just rocking it inside out. I learned this in wrestling, so you're gonna just rock it out. There is a lot of crack that is gonna be happening right now. My knees are cracking up. My knees are gassed because they're cracking up. This is an Irish thing. If you only understand if you're Irish. Yeah, so we go opposite side. So we go inwards and then now we're going outwards. This is a very good thing to do. It really gets into those nuts and cracks that you don't usually um it's an unusual movement for your knees. You don't really do it, but it really kind of gets your knees moving. And yep, that is the session for today. Thank you very much. Until next time.